If there is any manga that I love more than anything, it's Rent-a-Girlfriend. Can you tell I'm joking? For those of you that don't know, I hate Rent-a-Girlfriend. So much so that the first video that I made on this channel is just me trashing on Rent-a-Girlfriend for 11 minutes straight. But this video isn't about Rent-a-Girlfriend, so what was even the point of me mentioning it to begin with? Well, do I have something for you? The author Reiji Miyajima, the man who made an entire arc in Rent-a-Girlfriend of Chizuru having her period. If this is wrong, you can blame my friend because that's what he told me. I don't read this anymore, so yeah, if this is not true, blame him. Released a new manga while working on Rent-a-Girlfriend, that being the Shiunji Family Children. So you might be wondering why someone who hates Rent-a-Girlfriend would read another manga by the same author. It's because it's a romance, and I will read almost any romance manga that slightly intrigues me. That's the whole reason why I read Rent-a-Girlfriend to begin with. And this manga is a harem. But that isn't the only reason why I bothered giving this a try. It's because incest. I read this because it's an incest harem. Now, before I start getting any shit about me wanting to read it because of that, let me at least try to defend myself. You cannot tell me that a manga about a harem between brother and sisters doesn't sound like the most degenerate thing. Like, if that doesn't pique your curiosity at all, even a little, then you're probably a better human being than I am. Let me preface this by saying that I am an only child and I do not want to commit any incestuous activities whatsoever. The thought of that has never crossed my mind even once. Oh, by the way, like the video. Arata is the eldest son of the Shiunji family, which is a very prestigious and wealthy family. He has one brother whose name confuses me because in the official translation it's Sion, but when I read the rest on my legit website, it's Shion. So I don't know which one it is, but considering the fact that the official translations also misspell fuck and some other words, I'm going to trust my other source and say it's Shion. And 5 sisters, those being Oka, Seiha, Minami, Banri, and Kotono. And right off the bat, they just seem like the perfect family if only something would just randomly happen that would ruin that entire dynamic. Then during the birthday celebration of the youngest sister, the father decides to drop the massive bombshell that they are all actually adopted, which I am not sure why no one suspected it since none of the siblings even look remotely similar. I mean, they all have different colored hair, did nobody question that? Even the 2 people that are actually siblings don't even look alike. So when I said this was an incest harem, that's not entirely correct since they are not related by blood, but they were under the impression that they were siblings for 15 years, so I'm just gonna stick with that. So with this dropped onto the siblings, you can't help but wonder what's going through their heads. Some feel distraught, some don't seem to care, and some feel sadness. But in reality, there's one thing that the majority of them are thinking. Yo, I can finally fuck my siblings. You know, I wish I was kidding, but no, this is something that Shion said and everyone decided to run with it. And the funny thing is, they all acted like they were siblings before this, but it's like a switch flipped in their brains when they were told this, and all they want is incest, and they just lose all sense of reasoning. And before I continue, you might be wondering if Arata is just as bad as Kazuya. No, surprisingly not. Actually, he's a massive fucking upgrade in every single way, which is crazy considering the subject matter of this manga. But Reiji looked at what made Kazuya the worst MC in any manga and threw all that shit away. Arata is a respectable human being. He protects his siblings as their older brother. My boy has gains, like holy shit, what the fuck? And when he saw his crush with another dude, he didn't immediately start fantasizing about her getting NTR'd and started meeting the beat. Which is sad, the fact that I even have to account for that when it's comparing these two. There aren't any moments that make me hate Arata as a character. Yet. He is actively not pursuing any of his sisters romantically. Yet. When something out of pocket happens, he tries everything in his power not to have it escalate any further. He's what you call a decent human being. But who knows? He probably might spiral into like absolute ass. Very high possibility. I can't help but getting slightly irritated when looking at this manga because it just looks like Rent-a-Girlfriend. I know, shocker. Who would have thought that the author who drew Rent-a-Girlfriend when he made another manga would also look like Rent-a-Girlfriend? I know, crazy thought. With this being a harem manga, you know what I have to talk about? The waifus. I'm going to go in order of introduction from this page, starting with Oka, Arata's twin sister, and she's a tsundere, but it's not anything annoying or over the top. She just acts like a little shit of a sister, and like everyone else in the family, she has a thing for Arata. I don't understand. I don't get it. And can I just say, why is her hair pink? I thought it was any other color, but pink? Like, I didn't notice this until I saw the front cover. I thought her hair was like white or like at least blonde or something, not pink. Seiha is a science nerd kudere, which for some people might be the perfect combo because, you know, nano is a thing, but I don't know what it is about her. I just don't like her. Her incestuous acts consist of straddling Arata in order to see if he pops a tent for her, which is already weird as fuck. But she does it again later with a game of Twister. Like, what is this? Minami is a tomboy. I don't think I need to say anything else. Tomboys are amazing. The oldest of the sisters is Bonri, and she's 18 years old, so I can legally thirst for her. She's an Onesan, and that's just my type, so she became my favorite instantly. She teases the fuck out of Arata. She's mature. She's an Onesan. I don't know. There's just something about Onesans where my brain just goes, yeah. Yeah, that's the one. Time to go dumb stupid. And finally, Kotono, who I wanted to like, really wanted to like her, but I just can't. Kotono is the shy girl of this manga, and if she reminds you of someone, then you probably are thinking she looks like Sumi with black hair. But unlike Sumi, Kotono has one specific characteristic that makes her and Sumi different. She's horny. For her brother specifically. In the beginning of this manga, they make reference to an incident that happened before the start of the story, and we later learn, and by later I mean like 4 chapters, that she confessed to Arata. And keep in mind, this is before they realized that we're all adopted. So she was down for actual incest. And then once the incest debuff was gone, she was like, now is the time. I must fuck my brother. And surprisingly, this manga actually has me interested in what's going to happen. This manga is like what Quintessential Quintuplets would be if Futaro was also the Nanako sibling, but with more degeneracy. And speaking of Quints, this manga also does the same thing as Quints, where they do a time skip with Arata and a wife and a kid. And it's heavily insinuated that it's one of his sisters. Okay, actually, the more I think about it, this manga is just Quintessential Quintuplets, but with incest and more spice. And I already mentioned this before, but yes, it looks like Rent's a Girlfriend, but this also means that we occasionally get some really pretty shots of like just the environment. So we also get some like pretty like perspective shots, you know, stuff that Reiji Miyajima is good at, but never puts it towards like any good story at all. My biggest fear is that this becomes the new Rent a Girlfriend, where Reiji Miyajima just milks this for all the money in the world and makes like 35 volumes like Rent a Girlfriend. And with this being a harem manga, you know damn well they're gonna be making like a shit ton of merch and like figures of all these characters if this like series ever gets like popular enough. So I'm just hoping that doesn't happen. But so far, I am liking this. But at the same time, I just want to know why. Why do I like this? Why do I enjoy reading fucking garbage? I love Takamine-san. I like Rosen Garden Saga. And especially since after the most recent chapter, this one makes me question my entire sanity. I thought Full Metal Alchemist was just okay. At this point, don't even take any opinion I say seriously. Apparently my tastes are just too cultured and stupid. Oh yeah, since this is a harem manga, let me just make a tier list of these girls. There you go. That's my list for now. This is not the final like list, since you know this series is only 22 volume 22 22 chapters. But as the series goes on, I'll probably update it and post my new list on my Twitter. Yo, nice Twitter plug, me. Yo, you guys should follow my Twitter. I do stuff on there, please. I don't have any. Half my followers are just bots. Please follow my Twitter. But I am proud of Reiji Miyajima for actually making a manga that isn't shit. Like this doesn't absolve him of his crimes against humanity for making Rent's a Girlfriend, but still he gets some plus ones from me now. Just as long as he doesn't do a repeat of Rent's a Girlfriend, we should be good. But if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, subscribe. Yeah, you get the picture. So yeah, hope you guys have a good day and night, and see ya. Also, 4.8k subs. Pause.